Psalms 94 to 96, the psalmist cries out to God, "How long shall the wicked exult? They have said, the Lord does not see, nor does the God of Jacob pay heed. Pay heed, you senseless among the people, and when will you understand, stupid ones? He who planted the ear, does he not hear? He who formed the eye, does he not see? Oh yes, he knows it all, and will deal with it all perfectly in his perfect timing. Blessed is the man whom you chasten, O Lord, and whom you teach out of your law, that you may grant him relief from the days of adversity until a pit is dug for the wicked. God's way is the only way of deliverance, and he is the perfect Father and will correct us. Are we listening and responding? When my anxious thoughts multiply within me, your consolations delight my soul. God is up to the task no matter what it is. The only way we can be pleasing to him is to look to him and trust him. Are you struggling? Begin with worship. Oh, come, let us sing for joy to the Lord. Let us shout joyfully to the rock of our salvation. Let us come before his presence with thanksgiving. Let us shout joyfully to him with psalms. For the Lord is a great God and a great King above gods. Come, let us worship and bow down. Let us kneel before the Lord our Maker. For he is our God, and we are the people of his pasture and the sheep of his hand. Sheep are dumb, helpless, defenseless, and need a shepherd. Today, if you would hear his voice, do not harden your hearts. Sing to the Lord a new song. Sing to him today with all that goes with today, right where you are and right in the middle of what's going on in your life today. That's a new song. Tell of his glory among the nations, his wonderful deeds among the peoples. For great is the Lord and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods. Ascribe to the Lord glory and strength. Say among the nations, the Lord reigns. He will judge the peoples with equity. Let the heavens be glad and let the earth rejoice. Then all the trees of the forest will sing for joy before the Lord, for he is coming to judge the earth. Amazing Psalms. Romans 15:14 through 33, Paul encouraged the believers in Rome that because they were born again and indwelt by the Holy Spirit, they were full of goodness, filled with knowledge, and able to admonish one another. To admonish means to warn someone to avoid something and firmly reprimand them. We as believers are called to do that and are able to do that by the power of the Holy Spirit. We live in a time when the so-called church is compromised, and we are called to confront this. Paul shares, "For I will not presume to speak of anything except what Christ has accomplished through me, resulting in the obedience of the Gentiles by word and deed, in the power of signs and wonders, in the power of the Spirit, so that from Jerusalem and round about as far as Illyricum I have preached the gospel of Jesus Christ." Paul knows his source and who deserves all the credit and glory. Do you know this? Is it really all about Jesus Christ in your life? Paul desires to enjoy the company of the Romans on his way to Spain, a trip he hopes to embark on after going to Jerusalem with the offering from Macedonia and Achaia. He shares that they were pleased to give this offering, and that these Gentiles who had shared in Israel's spiritual things responded by ministering to their material needs. What a humble response by them. He asked for prayer and that he would be able to come to them in joy by the will of God and find refreshing in their company. Do you ask others to pray with you and for you? Do you know that it's in the will of God that we are in the best place and that we can actually find refreshment and be refreshing to others in this place? What an amazing journey for Paul. He was a very religious man and was rapidly moving forward as a Pharisee. But Jesus Christ himself apprehended him on the road to Damascus. Jesus Christ himself broke through all the religion and distractions that were actually hindering Paul from what God intended for him. We know that even though Paul was caught up in religion, he was still truly looking for the truth in his heart, even if it meant he would have to admit where he was and what he was doing was not it. And this is exactly what happened to Paul. He became an apostle and a preacher of the very way that he formerly persecuted. He was open enough to Christ that he was willing to forsake all he was working towards to wholeheartedly serve Christ. How about you? Are you religious? Are you caught up in dogma, religion, and climbing the ladder that you're so caught up in that you have missed the real thing, a relationship and daily fellowship with the person of Christ? Are you absolutely looking for the truth, even if it means that you will have to admit that what you are believing and living now is not it? You know what? Every single one of us as believers have had to admit that we were wrong and we need Jesus. Once Paul gave himself to Christ, the Lord literally orchestrated his life and used him for his glory. No, it wasn't always easy, but it was God. You and I don't know the future, but God does. And we know him. He knows the best way for us to go, just like he did with Paul. What a wonderful picture of the Lord seeking and saving a lost man, coming to live inside of him by the Holy Spirit, and then directing his life for his own glory. God desires to do that in your life and mine too.